Welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough and review of Gargantia and the Verdurous Planet, Episode 10. Now, if you remember from last episode, we're taken to a brief little flashback about Pinion's brother being murdered right in front of him in whale squid territory, and it's very tragic in my opinion. But now I understand why Pinion is so much of a douchebag that we have to put up with him like this. So it's because of his brother being murdered by the whale squid that he's an asshole. Plain and simple. Now moving on past that to the present, we get to see Leto discover the truth about the whale squid and how the whale squid are the next evolution for mankind. Now we have no idea what this does to Leto. Psychologically he's not there, so will he change? We have no idea. I mean, he just found out that the whale squid, or the hideout in this case, are the evolution of mankind. He's fighting just the next evolution of mankind. And he has no idea why the Galactic Alliance was hiding this real information from everyone. But again, that's where the episode ends. I'll have my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Chambers, and Chambers has arrived on Pinion's boat, and apparently Pinion's group is preparing to go scavenging now that the whale squid territory has been cleared out by Leto and Chambers. Now Leto is just completely out of it, because if you think about it, Leto, he just discovered the truth about the hideout, or in this case the whale squid, being the next evolution of mankind, and he psychologically can't comprehend what he's going to do next and what he's been doing this whole time. He's a murderer. Plain and simple, he's been killing the evolution of mankind known as the hideout, or in this case, the whale squid. He sees the blood on Chambers' hands. He just can't comprehend what's really going on, what's going to happen next. What should he do now that he knows the truth? And why was the Galactic Alliance hiding this truth from everyone? Again, what's going to happen next? We have no idea. But again, that's where we open up with. Moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Leto, and he's thinking about all of the larvae that he killed underwater in the whale squid territory. Yeah, all those evolution of mankind larvae, or children in this case, that he was slaughtering, he's thinking about. Now he considers himself a murderer. And it's starting to build up inside of him, and it's not looking good. Right now, Leto is going crazy. And he's not feeling good at all. I mean, that's a lot to deal with on your shoulder by yourself. Now, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with Pinion, and Pinion fucks up big time by announcing over the radio and intercom that the whale squid territory has been conquered, and that the treasure that's within the whale squid territory belongs to his group. Over the radio. How stupid do you have to be? It's like telling the pirates, we just got all this treasure, and the only thing that was stopping us from getting this treasure to begin with has been defeated. So, come over here, take it from us, nothing's going to stop you. I was like, come on, Pinion, you moron. It's like you're telling the pirates to attack you. Now that you have this treasure, and the only thing that was stopping everyone else from getting to you was the whale squid, all you have left is Leto, and Leto is not psychologically there. Moron. I'll say it one more time. Moron. Now, moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Flange. Now, Flange is receiving a package from someone, which we have no idea, but it's been pointed out that Flange's shipmasters, the men that are underneath Flange, known as shipmasters, are now starting to follow Pinion. Because if you think about it, Pinion, his plan was a success. He has Leto on his side, he has the treasure, so now the shipmasters, which were underneath Flange, are now following Pinion, and it's not looking good. However, Flange no longer is on Pinion's side, mostly because Pinion, he wants to profit from everything he found. All this treasure that Pinion found, he wants to profit from it. He wants to sell it, keep it for himself. He doesn't want to share it. Where Flange, he wanted to get this treasure and share it with the world, share mankind's history, its past. But you know what, Pinion? He doesn't want to do that. He wants to profit, he wants to sell it, he wants to keep some of it for himself. And Flange just does not agree with that. However, his shipmasters don't necessarily follow Flange right now. They're following Pinion, and it's not looking good. That means at any given point in time, Flange could be overthrown, and that's not looking good. Now, moving on past that, we're taken back to the Gargantia, which is that big ship that Rigid is now in charge of. Now, on Gargantia, everyone is now hearing the broadcast from Pinion's group over the radio, and I guess we're taken to multiple cutscenes, but anyways, no one knows whether, Pinion was successful or not, but they're starting to believe what they're hearing. But still, Pinion was successful. That's a first. So it's hard to believe, hard to swallow. And Rigid's hearing this. So now everyone on Gargantia now knows the truth, kind of, that Pinion had a successful mission, the treasure has been found, and that they should stay away or else they'll be targeted. That's not good news, in my opinion. That's shitty news. Come on, Pinion, you're a douchebag. Now, next up is Pinion. Pinion's group is being attacked by unknown pirates, or in this case, raiders. I mean, come on. You painted yourself with a big red target when you said over the radio you found treasure. So obviously raiders, pirates, scavengers, they're going to attack you. So now Pinion's group is being attacked by these pirates in this case. And I thought this was your fault, man. You brought this on yourself. You told everyone over the radio you had treasure, to stay away, that the whale squid had been defeated. So it's your own fault. But out of nowhere, we see Pinion's group, they use a salvaged weapon they found under the water. They put it together and they fired it at the pirates, even though they missed. It's one hell of a weapon. Now, it missed the pirates, but out of nowhere, these pirates, they surrender. I mean, they had no choice. I mean, it was a big-ass weapon that they'd never seen before, and one shot from this weapon blew a hole through the water. That would scare any pirate out of their boots, in my opinion. So these pirates, they surrender to Pinion's group, which is probably the best choice in this case. Now, instead of killing them like you should have, Pinion adds these guys and women to his crew, so he makes his crew bigger without killing the pirate leader, which makes no sense. Now, this is either the best thing that Pinion could have ever done or the worst idea he could have ever done. In my opinion, this is my opinion what Pinion should have done. Pinion should have slaughtered the pirate captain and taken a couple of the crew members from the pirates. That's one suggestion. My other suggestion, slaughter them all, kill them all. Plain and simple. But this is what Pinion did. Pinion took the pirate captain and I guess the pirates in general and added them to his crew so he could make his organization grow more. I guess that's kind of smart, but you can see where this is going to backfire. At least I can see where this is going to backfire, and I can't wait to see it backfire in his face. Because if you think about it, at any given point in time, these pirates can gang up on Pinion, kill Leto, and take Chambers for themselves, even though Chambers probably won't follow them. That's just one scenario that might happen in this case. Now, moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Pinion in general. Now, Pinion is celebrating his victory with everyone, with Leto. So we see Pinion and Leto, they're celebrating, but Leto is not really celebrating because he considers himself a murderer. He's still down. Psychologically, Leto is not there. And basically, Pinion wants Leto to hand over Chambers so he can, identify all this new technology they have and help him move stuff around. And Leto, he's not there. He gives full control over to Pinion like a moron because he's still sulking on all these whale squid that he killed. And it's not good, so in my opinion, Leto, you're going to be pushed. I mean, when I mean by pushed, I mean you're going to be knocked off by Pinion at any given time. You just gave full control of Chambers over to him. Dude, just grow up. Yes, you killed the whale squid. Yes, they are the evolution of mankind. So what? Are you going to turn around and start doing the right thing? No. You're too deep in this shit to do something right. You're done. Plain and simple. Now, we are taking to a little cutscene with Chambers. Now, Chambers convinces Leto on what he thinks what's really going on, what he really thinks. And you're thinking about this. Chambers tells Leto, I don't care about the Galactic Alliance. This is my opinion on the matter. So, Chambers is telling Leto the truth on what he thinks. And if you think about this, Chambers is an artificial intelligence, simulated engine of what sort? If that makes any sense. So, Chambers is just an artificial intelligence. So whatever he says is what he can come up with. And to be honest, he convinces Leto about what's really going on and what he thinks of the matter, regardless of what the Galactic Alliance thinks. And it does make a lot of sense. And Leto, he wakes up. He smells the coffee, I like where this went. Now, from Chambers' point of view, although the hideout in this case, or whale squid, are the evolution of mankind, they still want to kill the lesser beings just to get our technology, our space technology. So they're just as worse. They are still the enemy. We're still at war. Mankind is still at war with the hideout, regardless, even if you know the truth. Yeah, the Galactic Alliance hid the truth from us, but they had their reasons. And you know what? Although the Galactic Alliance isn't all that great, it's mankind. We're doing the right thing. And, Chambers tells Leto the truth. And Leto, he sucks it in. He takes all this information in, and it's making sense to him. Now, I have no idea if he actually agrees with what Chambers had to say to that extent, or if he's still going to continue killing whale squid. But right now, it's starting to make sense to him. He's got his head on his shoulders, kind of. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Now, toward the end of the episode, we're taking to a little cutscene with Chambers, and he's actually receiving an allied encrypted communique from Commander Kugel. That's right, fans. Commander Kugel's mech shows up out of nowhere. Now, we have no idea if Commander Kugel is inside of his mech or not, but what we do know is Commander Kugel's mech is on Earth, and that's where the episode ends. As for my final thoughts, well, first of all, if Commander Kugel is alive and he's in his mecha, that means Leto, Ensign Leto, is no longer the high authority on Earth, which means now all the real commands will go through Commander Kugel. Now, we have no idea if Commander Kugel is on, Gargantia's side, if he's with the pirates, so we have no idea there. But moving on past that, if Commander Kugel is on the pirates' side, does that mean that female commanding officer from the pirates is still alive or not? Did she get to Commander Kugel? We have no idea, plain and simple. And what Commander Kugel's next move is, if he is alive. But all we do know is Commander Kugel's mech is alive, which means now we have two high-powered mech on Earth, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Now, as for Leto dealing with this psychologically, like the evolution of mankind being the high Tao, is he going to continue killing them? I want to say maybe. I can't say yes, I can't say no, but he knows the truth. Whether or not this is going to affect him in the next mission or the next, the next episode, we'll find out. But that is it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, 3.5 out of 5. I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5 because I kind of like this episode. It gave us a little bit of information, but more or less an introduction of a past character which we thought was dead, Commander Kugel. I can't wait to find out more about him, but it was enough to quench my thirst at that point in time. But more or less, seeing this new technology being introduced to Pinion's crew has me wondering what's going to happen next in general. I mean, they were able to salvage this ship which was underneath the water for years on end, or centuries on end, and they were able to bring it back. What else can they bring back? I'm just wondering, what else? And will Flange, which is the head shipmaster of the ships, is he going to be overthrown or not? All we know from the information from this episode is that his shipmasters no longer follow him, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And again, final rating, 3.5 out of 5. And that ends it for my walkthrough and review of Gargantia on the Verdurous Planet episode 10. So definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down, definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think's going to happen in the next episode coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now, and I gotta hit the bricks, and I gotta go. And before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.